What's up, guys? I'm Rahlyx.
I'm Scarfee.
And together, we are exactly how many licks it takes to get to the center of a Himalayan salt lamp. Welcome to Keepin It ADHD.
You fucker!
Oh, bless.
Oh my god. Not surprisingly, that was one of the things that I wanted to talk about today.
What, Himalayan salt lamps? Oh, I never did record that TikTok. I'm going to have to do that.
Wait, do you have a lamp? Do you have a salt lamp?
Mm-hmm. Do you want me to go?
Oh my god.
Hold on.
Oh, come on. Okay. You're gonna go get it? Oh my god, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I wanted to, since I recorded the solo episode last week, I wanted to talk about it on the podcast today. But yeah, Rahlyx is apparently going to get his Himalayan salt lamp. And while we're waiting, I'm just gonna stall. I
can't move it.
Oh no! Oh, okay.
Hannah,
is it heavy?
Well, it's heavy, but Hannah wired it through the back of our bookshelf because it's in our bedroom. It wasn't wired through there before, but it is now. So I can't pull it out without having to pull back the backing of the bookshelf and.
Yeah, I already just said that one of the topics that I wrote down for today was me talking about the last week's podcast.
Yeah, that's a good podcast. I enjoyed it
when I did the solo one. It was I had to rewatch it to remember what I said because, well, obviously I was not sober, but also, it was just like a very interesting experience to listen to myself answering questions when I don't actually necessarily remember what I said. So yeah, just evaluating my own stoned mind. I don't know if people who smoke ever get blackouts or it's just it's just me, or I don't know.
I don't know.
But welcome back to this week's episode, guys. Rahlyx is back, and as you can see, he is in a new location now.
I'm in a whole new home, and it's not even done yet. There's still things that'll go on this wall, but there's a couch behind me, and on that couch there's a stuffed Octorok. But also on that couch there is
a stuffed what?
Octorok from Zelda. But also on that couch there's a sleeping Olive. She's under these pile of blankets.
Olive.
Because it's very cold.
She is a beautiful lady. We love her here.
Yes, absolutely. But yeah, so we are here. We are ready. We are willing. The body is spongy and bruised, but the will is ready to go.
Yeah, the move that you had was...
It's been an ordeal. I still have some things. We still have to pull stuff out of the fridge and stuff.
I mean, yeah.
But
moving is always a process. It's never done at a reasonable time.
No.
When I moved into this apartment, I don't know if I told this on the podcast before, but I moved into this apartment with a 3-day notice.
Oh God.
So my lease was ending on the 31st of August last year, and I couldn't find an apartment still, and I couldn't extend the lease either because somebody else already rented my apartment basically after me.
Right.
So yeah, I had to find an apartment, and surprisingly Colonel was the one who helped me to find an apartment
Nice.
in my city, even though he lives in North Carolina.
Yeah.
I found this apartment 3 days before my lease was up.
Jeez.
The same day I signed the lease on this place, and the next day I had movers come into my old apartment and move a lot of stuff out.
I'm impressed that you got movers out that quickly. Usually movers are hard to get a hold of.
But the point of what I was saying was that I moved in those 3 days, and it was a magical feat of when I completely almost died from what I did, because it was a lot. And then for the next 2 months, I had boxes standing in different parts of my apartment because I didn't have any will to unbox them and put them away in places where I needed them to be.
Yeah.
So it's moving is always a tedious process, regardless of whether you're constrained by time or not.
Absolutely. It's
so I'm looking forward to you having boxes everywhere for a while.
Yeah. I mean, the whole downstairs is just boxes right now. It's a mess, but But that's okay, because like we're settling in. We have like a little den that's like right outside my office. Um, it's nice. It's cozy. Olive loves it because she zips up and down stairs. But
Of
God, I
course.
hate moving so much,
Gooby.
so much.
She probably is enjoying the new place a lot.
Oh, she loves it.
Also, sorry if you hear a lot of
I can't,
background noise
can't
or
even hear it.
on accident. It's just because there's a lot going on outside my apartment today. I don't know why. It's Thursday today, and apparently our apartment complex decided that today is the day to like do all of the landscaping stuff and not the usual Friday like they usually do. So
Love it.
I don't know. And then there's like a random dog barking. So if you hear that, I'm sorry. And next time I will try to sound isolate somehow. But right now, that's all I can do.
No, it's all good. Honestly, you can't really hear it, so it's all good.
Speaking of background noise,
mm,
the one little thing that I wanted to say was that, well, there's a dog. Your new place is a lot quieter than the previous one, isn't it?
yes. It's just because this room is bigger. There's also not a ceiling fan in this room. I'm still debating if I want to put one in or not. Because right now it's pretty okay. It stays a solid temperature. But
You should.
yeah. Well, I was thinking,
It's fall,
yeah.
and it's cool.
Well,
right now
it's full
where
on
you are.
winter here, dude. It's 30 degrees constantly.
Well,
So-
yeah, exactly. So like now it's kind of chilly, but in the summer you're gonna die.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of what I was figuring. On the plus side, well, actually, no, yeah, okay. I was about to
Yeah,
say,
you
I'll
have to have
I'll be
a-
fine when I stream, but then I'm like, no, because this wall does face the sun.
Just
So.
make sure that it's like a quiet fan and get one of these, like the foam covers for your microphone.
Oh yeah, I could do that.
Yeah, because I used to not have one, and then I would run my ceiling fan, and it would just create like all sorts of interference.
Yeah. Well,
But-
I want to get an SM7B. I think that's gonna be my next investment, and that has one of those on it
Microphone?
already. Yeah. So.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a $400 microphone though, so not happening
mean-
anytime soon. But let me tell you, Kate just got one, right? Because she and I were talking about it a few weeks ago, and she just got one, and beforehand she was running the same microphone I ran, and
Mhm.
like the change is so noticeable. It's like, oh my god, it went from sounding like good mic audio to butter.
Seriously?
Yeah, it's so buttery. I want that mic so bad.
That is interesting.
But yeah, sorry, 2 seconds. Hannah's calling me, so I'm just gonna send her a text.
Yeah.
Um,
I was just gonna say that like I got this microphone, and it was like a really significant improvement in quality over the previous microphone that I had.
well, you
and
were running
then-
the Razer one, right?
Yeah, I was running a Razer like Siren condenser microphone, which is like good for gaming or streaming, like where it's not as noticeable like for the quality of your voice or audio.
Yeah.
But like for podcast, it definitely is very noticeable because like you can even see like the difference between. I think the third episode was when I changed my microphones was you can see really clearly the difference between the second episode and the third episode. My sound is a lot clearer, and yeah, if like I think that if we stick with this for longer, which for now it seems like we are,
Yeah.
I will definitely probably invest into a better microphone or even a separate audio system because I feel like GoXLR is downgrading my audio quality a little bit, which is upsetting, but
I feel like it's
understandable
not
because it's made for different purposes.
Yeah, it's made for live purposes. But I don't think it's super noticeable, if I'm honest. Like I think maybe if you really know what you're looking for, but I don't think most people will be able to tell the difference. So I don't even know if that'll necessarily like be worth the money.
I feel like with the with GoXLR, all of the weight of the audio quality is on the microphone. So like if you're getting like sound interface, it like filters and like it amps audio for you to a certain extent, where it clears out some imbalances that the microphone might have. But GoXLR is just straight in like no like other processing or anything. The amp is just like direct connection to the microphone, which is how I think we are noticing the difference of the quality with even with the microphones that we have, which are pretty good quality microphones for what they are.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like I feel like that GoXLR is so focused on voice modulation and like live qualities that it doesn't do any of the like beautification of the voice, quote unquote, that like a professional sound interface would do.
For sure.
Like audio interface. So
yeah, I mean, yeah, it's just, I mean, like we said, it's made for a different purpose, so it's just how it be. It's just how it be, baby.
But if I ever do get an upgraded microphone, I think I'm gonna keep using this one for gaming and my GoXLR, and then I'm gonna use the second one specifically for podcasting because I still have my sound, my audio interface here, so I can just plug it into there.
I mean, I have my old audio interface still as well. I'm keeping it around because I'll probably plug my guitar into it or something so I can fiddle with that. But I guess I could technically, no, that'd be hard to figure out. If I put my GoXLR on the floor, I could run looper pedal into into the GoXLR.
GoXLR on the floor? Are you gonna?
Well,
press
yeah, because I could.
your feet?
Yeah, exactly. If I could loop with it, I mean, I have an actual looper pedal, but you could do loops with the GoXLR if you did an input.
Well, yeah,
that could be cool.
I was thinking that like putting your whole GoXLR on the floor.
Yeah, I mean, you'd have to put the whole GoXLR on the floor.
How are you gonna turn the knobs with?
I don't need to turn the knobs if I'm playing guitar.
Oh well, yeah. That would require like moving your GoXLR around a lot.
Yeah, exactly. It's not worth it.
Good for it.
I would just use my actual looper pedal.
Yeah. Speaking of microphones, I have one thing that I posted a fleet about today. Oh, that's another. By the way, another thing that we could talk about. The fleets.
Oh yeah,
Twitter
fleets. Yeah.
But another thing that I'm doing right now is because I am ADHD, and how we also as well as we talked about this with Kate on the podcast. When you have ADHD, you sometimes just open a shopping app and you just buy random shit.
What is Instagram?
What I did was I searched up my microphone arm, and I got the mount that drills into the table. Ooh. And I bought a drill attachment, a 1-inch saw thing.
Nice.
So I'm gonna be drilling a hole in my table and mounting my microphone there.
I'm thinking about doing the same actually. Because
my microphone is mounted like behind me, and sometimes it's just like it sags down, and then it just like I'm like restricted here.
Yeah. Well, see, so my problem is the twisty thing on the bottom. Yeah. The flat part has pushed down, and so now instead of like that applying the pressure to the desk, the screw just drills a hole in the bottom of my desk.
Wait, what?
So there's like the flat part at the top of the twist, right? To tighten it, and that's what clamps the desk. The actual pallet part of the clamp, the round disc.
Oh, so like in the C clamp itself, where it clamps to the where the turning mechanism
the
is
bottom of the
puts pressure on the bottom of the table. Okay, got it.
It's loose, like I'm spinning it right now. So it's literally just
press the hole through the flat disc.
No, so the disc has a hole in it because it's not like solid. But it like popped whatever was holding it in place, and so now it's fallen down, and nothing is holding it up
makes sense
to apply the pressure.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
It's been like that for a while.
Shitty.
I need to get Blue customer support to send me a fresh one, but
or just get the it's called like a bushing, which I don't know why it's called that, but it's called the bushing, and I don't know why, but you can't get it from the official Blue website, but I got it from Audio Lab or something like that, like a store from.
You can get it on Amazon.
Yeah, but the Amazon shipping was like way too long for
in
my area, because I have like apparently problems with Amazon. I don't know why. Like, it's been a running theme ever since like
Oh, it's
last.
not Prime for me actually.
It's been a thing since the middle of summer where my waiting times for shipping stuff that I order from Amazon are getting longer and longer and longer, and I don't know why. Like, it's
so bizarre.
It's not necessarily COVID, because that would have been then in the very beginning. It would have been affected a lot worse.
Yeah.
But now it just keeps getting worse, and I don't know why. It just like it just keeps. I don't know. Maybe Amazon is losing employees or something like that.
I mean, yeah. Amazon's been having a whole lot of issues with COVID, and they're not being responsible about disclosing it. So,
yeah,
good stuff like that.
Yeah, as per usual, the big companies and big crises only think about themselves.
Exactly. You gotta love it, dude.
Because why not? Speaking of big companies only thinking about themselves, do you want to talk about the Twitch Monstercat thing?
Okay, so like this is like a weird thing, and they backpedaled on it already, but basically Twitch and Monstercat teamed up, and they were saying if you buy Monstercat Premium or Gold or whatever the fuck it's called, they're like, if you buy it, then we'll fast track you to affiliate. And it's like, the bar is already really low. And if you've listened to this podcast before, you know I already have a lot of issue with how low the bar is for affiliate, because there's no middle ground, right? So we can be affiliate, and we can have like average 20 plus concurrents, right? Which is, I would put you at like lower middle size streamer, right?
Yeah. Something in between the partner and affiliate, which the gap is literally 72 concurrent viewers. And how many followers do you need to have to be partner?
You don't. You just need to have streamed a certain amount of time and a certain amount of days, yeah. And
yeah. Well, still, the concurrent viewership is like, the gap is huge, especially in terms of like Twitch audience sizes.
Yeah. So there's no middle ground. The affiliate bar is super low, so they don't roll out quality of life features to affiliates like encoding options and that sort of thing, because they're like, well, if we do it to one affiliate, we have to do all the affiliates, and we don't have the server capacity to do encoding options for all the affiliates. And it's like, that's fine, whatever, okay, great. But the
fact that they're bitching about server capacity being Amazon, I can't deal with.
Yeah, and also after having everyone delete all of their clips forever, like, no, all right, whatever. But your capacity,
their
capacity
is no longer valid.
Skyrocketed, dude. Yeah, it's
also your own fault that the bulk of the clips is so large and like VODs, just because everybody's clipping the same moment, and you still, after like how many years, 6, 7 years, 8 years of operation, you didn't think of adding an algorithm thing where, like,
if it stays below
a certain
one
amount
view,
of time, the least viewed clip of the same moment just gets deleted.
It doesn't even have to be at the same moment. It could literally just be, okay, this clip didn't get 5 views in a year, it's gone, it's done.
Yeah,
it could even be 3 months. Honestly,
like, it's your own fault that you're running out of server space, which I don't know how it's possible, because you're fucking Amazon.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
What the hell?
But yeah, so Twitch announced this partnership with Monstercat, and a lot of people were unhappy about it. As a whole, I don't personally like have a big offense to it. A lot of people are like mad. They're like, ah! I think it's dumb. Don't get me wrong, but it doesn't negatively affect me in any way. Like, all it does is bring more creators potentially to the platform. But in my mind, it's kind of like, if you're gonna buy your way to affiliate without trying to grow the community, then for one, people can tell when you're a streamer specifically for money, especially when you're small. People can tell, and they go, I'm good. But like, on top of that, even beyond that, it's like, people, like, what's the point? If you're not going to cultivate the community, what's the point? Because you're not, the whole point of like those affiliate hits is that when you hit affiliate, you have some kind of momentum. So like, even if it's a small amount of support, you get like a base amount of like subs and bits and all that kind of stuff. Like not inherently, but like you are expected to be able to get that pretty quickly, just because it's like, yes, these are the people that have watched you grow and helped you hit that mark, and they're gonna get you there, you know?
Yeah, and the biggest driver of popularity is authenticity.
Exactly.
So by buying your way into affiliate, you lose that automatically.
Yeah.
So growing your way back to affiliate level and then past that is going to be even harder than it would have been if you did it organically.
Yeah, and you know what? The other side of it is, like, for me personally, coming from when I started streaming, which I realized was like early 2019, like when I started seriously streaming as I am now, which I feel like it was a long time ago, but it's really not that long ago.
When I sent you like 20 DMs of why are you not streaming anymore?
Yeah, exactly. Oh god.
I think that's how our friendship started.
Pretty much, yeah.
We met in Gentles, and then I was like, "Oh, you stream? Why don't you stream anymore? Please stream. I want to see you stream." And then you're like, "Okay," and now you're
fine, I'll do it. Oh, bless. Yeah. Yeah. But so I kind of like, when I started streaming again, I didn't have a base viewership, right? Because I didn't have any of that momentum. Because I had 125 odd followers already when I started streaming again.
Yeah, but those were like accumulated over like 2 years of you just
longer than that. It was accumulated over probably about 4 years of that account being alive, but not directly associated with me, because I was doing, you know, the different conglomerate channels, and I had a different channel to start with. So
didn't you do like a conglomerate YouTube channel with people?
It was Twitch and YouTube, yeah. I won't name it because I don't want you guys to go looking for it, because it's not good. Objectively speaking, and I don't think I'm offending anybody who was involved in the project with it. It was not good.
That's probably the reason it ended.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, right? We weren't funny. We weren't funny, and there's no consistency, right? So people would be like, they tune in and they'd be like, "Oh, this isn't like XYZ, this is Rahlyx. Like, I want to watch XYZ." And I'm like, "Well, too bad, because he's not on today. Today's my schedule." And they're like, "Okay, well, bye." And I'm like, "Fuck off." But it was like that contention every single time any of us would go live. It would be inevitably someone else from someone else's viewer base going, "Wait, what the fuck? Like, what's happening here?" So
yeah, it's just like when I see like collab channels on either YouTube or Twitch or anywhere, it's like, unless people stream or make content all together, then there's never going to be any consistency, because people are always gonna. Well, it's just a natural statistic, like, phenomena. People are always gonna like one person more than the other.
Yeah.
And if there's more than two, then this disparity grows even more. So like, whenever somebody posts their own content, it's gonna be completely different thing from if somebody else does it.
Yeah.
The conglomerate channel, and it's just, it never works. It never worked. All of the attempts that I've seen of that on the internet over the years all failed.
Yeah.
So it's just a trope that people blazed through and then realized it was a dead end.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was, you know, it's just how it be. But yeah, I don't remember where I was going with this, but it was a weird project. I mean, I enjoyed my time. We did a lot of cool stuff. We had a lot of fun. Sorry, I'm a little bit distracted because in typical me fashion, I have streams up while we're recording. It's all right. Yeah,
it's ADHD.
But I have Julian on and I have Kate on, and they are in the same lobby for Fall Guys together, but they don't know it. So it's kind of funny.
It was really funny.
Anyway, bless. But yeah, it was a weird project. But so I went from doing that to that kind of burnt me out on content creation in general, so I just stopped. And then like late 2018 was when we met, and then February 2019 is when I started streaming. I know this because I was just looking at the stats earlier today because somebody emailed me. They're like, "Oh, I saw your clip on Twitter. My friend sent me your PUBG thing on Twitter, and I have a newsletter, and you answer these questions, and I'd love to just kind of send out your answers to the newsletter." And I'm like, okay. Cool.
Even though that's kind of like a generic thing, it's still really cool that.
Well, they seemed like a pretty cool dude, actually. I had a little bit of a conversation with them because I was like, this seems bullshit. I'm not going to click any of your links.
I was just saying generic because a lot of the time when you're running something like this, like on the internet, a lot of the time you just get a lot of spam mail.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's what I thought it was. I was like, I'm going to reply to this and see if a human replies or if I'm going to get an automated response. And they were like, yeah, no, this is like a passion project of mine. It's pretty cool. And I'm like, okay. All right. Well, yeah, sure. Fuck it. Here are my thoughts. Let's go. But yeah, he was but yeah, so I was looking at all my stats for this just a little bit. I still have it pulled up actually. Cuz I was like, they were like, "When did you start streaming?" And I'm like, should I go with like when I started or when I like started? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But like
yeah,
it's kind of insane to well, you can see my bizarre follow bot spike on this as well, where I go from 527 viewers to 1295. Plus, yeah, that was the follow bot spike.
Oh yeah, did they end up removing those?
Yeah, they removed a decent chunk of them.
That's good.
Oh, see, now I'm kind of looking at it.
There's like another thing that Twitch needs to get better at because
it looks like they missed like roughly 70 of them.
Thriving.
Yeah, absolutely. If I go from like the amount of followers beforehand, before it spiked, to after, they missed about 70 bot accounts. But that would also account for like, because maybe those are like the good bot accounts, right? That don't get detected as easily. I think that would kind of account for when I'll like randomly see it trickle down to out of nowhere. And it's like, okay. That or I just deeply offended somebody. It always cracks me up because I have like the dashboard up just so I can monitor all the bit rates and all that kind of stuff. Sometimes I'll look over and I'll be like, oh, somebody unfollowed. I was like, oops. I'm sorry me playing as Black Spider-Man pissed you off so bad that you unfollowed. But
oh, Jesus.
Oh, well.
Yeah. Oh, no. Yeah. That when people do that, it's just like...
It cracks me up. It's whatever.
Do you like not have anything else to get offended by? Like, can you just go and like scream at
just go
a broken ice cream machine in McDonald's? Like, can you just like please leave us alone?
Yeah, like we're vibing here. You can
please leave my immediate circle of people. You can please
leave, sir. Oh, bless. As a quick aside.
Yeah.
You like my new Twitch merch?
Oh, Twitch shirt.
Yeah.
That looks really cool.
Yeah, I have. Hold on.
It's really nice. Oh yeah, I'm kind of well, I was wearing this today when I was going out to do my errands. The Unus Annus long sleeve shirt.
The one butthole, yeah. The Unus Annus.
Unus Annus. Yeah, that's exactly what it's going to be remembered for.
Yeah, so I got this. Oh.
Twitch Rivals.
Yeah, I bought that too. The Twitch stuff comes in like a cool Ziploc bag now.
That's nice.
And the shirts are like really, really soft. And they have this like big label. This is like a big stitched on label, but it's very soft. Very nice. It's very nice.
It's very nice.
Wow.
But yeah, it is nice. And you're true esports now.
True esports boy.
True esports. Now the only thing you need to do is sign with Team Liquid.
Oh, bless. I did have, after that first Rivals, I did have people in my Twitter DM requests. They're like, we're an esports group. We like you. And I'm like, no, thanks, though. I'm good.
No.
Like, no. They're like, you can buy credits. And when you use those credits, they can put you into the drawing to go into this competition. We have many contacts and we're going to get you to all. And I'm like, no, I'm not interested. Thank you, though. I appreciate your interest, but right now, it's not something of my concern. I just want to play Fall Guys with my friends.
I just want to play Fall Guys and Phasmophobia and scare the shit out of my friends.
It's literally all I do anymore. That's it. Yeah. It's just Fall Guys, Phasmo, and Spider-Man.
And I'm going to guilt trip you a little bit. And that's all you do anymore, and you're not playing Nier Automata anymore at all.
I knew it. I was like, how am I gonna get guilt tripped here? It's gonna be Nier Automata.
Yes, because
I
it's been a
need to
running
play
theme
it.
for a year.
I know. I need to play it. I just like I haven't. Every time I sit down, I'm like, I don't know if I want to play that because I don't remember what happened. Because the last time I played it was
You
when
need to start over.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
been so long. You literally need to start over.
Well, and that's the problem, right? So it's like I'm like I don't really want to start over completely because I feel like I vaguely remember enough from the beginning.
You didn't even break it in at all. You literally just started it, and like at the very first like 20 minutes, it was over.
Bro, no. Okay, no. We played that game for like 4 hours.
Yeah, but the reason you played it for 4 hours is because you were learning it.
Well, yeah.
I'm
I
saying.
mean, I enjoyed it. It was a fun
You didn't make
game.
that much progress in the story.
I believe it. I remember the last thing I really remember was going into the desert and fighting that weird human blob thingy in the Colosseum pit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what? What is also interesting about this is that it's been so long that even I already forgot what's happening in that game. So like I remember that I vouched to kind of like guide you through the game, so it's like the best experience for you, so you don't like ruin stuff for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And now I have to like either replay the game again, or I need to like rewatch something about it to to refresh my memory, so I can guide you whenever you actually decide to play it.
I will get back to it. I promise.
Speaking of games and Phasmophobia, nice dink raid yesterday.
Yeah, so that happened. It's funny. I was talking to Hannah. I feel like dink raids happen. It's always kind of like the same mood in a stream for me, right? I'll start by playing a game that's like way too popular for a small streamer to be playing, right? And it'll be kind of like lower numbers early on. It'll be kind of like low energy, and then I'll go and I'll play like a party game, like Phas with a friend. And I'll be like, okay, I'll look at the clock and I'll be like 10:30, 11. I'm like, maybe I'll just wrap and I'll do offline games for the rest of the night. And literally, I was going to my chat to type in /raid the real guy judge, and some random person, I don't even remember who it was, but some random person came in and said, buckle up, buckaroo, and put a dink love heart. And I was like,
it's
Julia!
Like the harbinger of
unreadable chat.
Yeah, if you see a dink heart in your chat and you're like, oh, I'm not going to be able to read my chat for the next 15 minutes.
Well, so the funny thing is like the way my audio is routed on the Go XLR is that the game is through system audio and my OBS alerts are through system audio. So I couldn't turn down the alerts without turning down the comms because we're playing Phas. And so I'm just like, at a certain point, I had to just turn off the alerts. I was like, I'm sorry. I appreciate you guys so much, but I cannot hear anything.
I mean, yeah, it also makes sense because we recently also talked about that your follower alert is really loud.
Yeah. Well, so I talked to Royce about this the last dink raid I got. I was like, let's remake it. Let's make it something small. And then I just never followed up on it. But now I'm going to be like, all right, we have to do this because I can't do this alert anymore. It's so loud.
Can't do this anymore. I can't do this anymore.
It's so loud and so aggressive. I want to make like a separate overlay, and I just want to put it in a corner. And I want it to be like the R with all the triangles. And I want the triangles to kind of like spin around and then settle where they belong. And then be like, thanks for the follow as that's happening. Yeah.
That's a cool idea, by the way.
Yeah. And like maybe we can keep the guitar riff concept, but it'd be like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Just like a little, but people are saying they're like
a smaller,
but
Home Depot song.
Yeah, exactly.
What they called it.
Chat was like, I like this song. It makes me think of the Home Depot song because like the riff in my thing is kind of like a general crunchy guitar that's like, and the Home Depot song is kind of like that. It's a similar guitar tone, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so chat was like, I feel like this is the Home Depot. And I'm like, I keep expecting for the Home Depot song.
I feel like I'm in Home Depot.
Exactly. And I'm like, okay. So I was like, stand by 2 seconds, guys. And they're like, okay. And I changed the title. It's like, welcome to the Haunted Home Depot.
Oh my god.
It was goofy.
Is funny though.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah.
But yeah, so massive thanks to Julian for that raid because
we love Julian.
Yeah,
this podcast.
to finish tooting my horn just for a moment. My
Finish tooting.
Yeah, right. God. So my end of the year goal, as of 2 weeks ago, was to hit 1,000 followers by the end of the year. And so then I was playing games offline with Kate while she was offline, or she was online. She was streaming. And she was like, "Well, how's your partner push coming?" And I'm like, "Well, like, I feel like I don't have the right momentum to be pushing hard for partner right now. I'm just kind of vibing and doing my thing and fostering a community." And she's like, "Well, what are your goals then, at least?" I'm like, "Well, I want to hit 1,000 followers by the end of the year." She's like, "How far are you?" And I'm like, "I'm at like 947." And then she just mutes. And then all of a sudden, like, my fucking email starts popping. And I'm like, "Okay, cool."
Oh my
And
god, Kate.
so she brought me up to
Aw.
like 1052, I think, was the follow count when she was done. They started an offline hype train on my channel. God, Kate's community is just the best. Kate and her
That
community,
is so.
we
that
love
is so awesome.
so much love.
Adorable. I
Yeah.
love that so much.
And then so I was like, okay, cool. Well, new goal is 1250 because I don't think we're gonna hit that. We're not gonna hit 1250, but I want to make like a stretch so people are like, yeah, let's go. And then Dink Raid happened last night, and now I'm at like 1214. So it's like, all right, well, we're gonna hit it by the end of the year. Let's make it 1300.
We need another
Fuck
end
it.
of the year goal.
Yeah, exactly. So if we hit
Oh my
1250,
God.
I'll bump it up to 1300, but we'll see. We shall see.
Yeah, it's also like, speaking of Kate, is just I love Kate so much, and the thing is, like, you are friends with Kate on, like, you like talk on a regular basis and like play games. I don't. I'm not as familiar with Kate, and still having her on the podcast on like 2 episodes ago was absolute pleasure, and it was just like amazing.
She's just
And
a peach to be around, honestly.
Yeah, it's such a professional person. I just I adore her. I'm her
she's
fan.
a professional, and she's just
You're her
like,
friend.
fantastic.
I'm her fan. So she has a fan and a friend here.
We're all fans. We're all fans.
Yeah,
Only
we're all just
fans.
fans. Only fans. Keeping It ADHD on OnlyFans, guys. Nope,
It's true. No, we're there. Look it up.
we're not.
Prove it. Prove we're not.
Oh. If anybody's watching on YouTube, by the way, if you see me looking down at my crotch, it's because my cat is laying right in between my feet. So, yeah, just like
Mine
sitting
isn't.
here, admiring myself.
Oh my god.
But yeah, there's a cat down there, and there's also a heating pad, which is why he's laying in between my feet.
Nice.
Um,
Anna just came home, and Olive was barking at her as she walked up the stairs. It was very bizarre.
Olive.
Huh?
Such a nasty lady.
Well, yeah, Hannah got her hair did, and Olive didn't
Nice.
recognize her.
Nice. Aw. Poor Olive.
Bless. Dude,
But,
Olive's been a goober
speaking of-
today.
Speaking of sudden noises,
Bark.
I talked about this a little bit before we started recording, but well, I mean, I started talking about it, and I was like, I want to mention this on the podcast.
Mhm.
I don't know if this is an age thing. Like, do you remember? Do you remember Jenna Marbles' video on like second puberty?
No.
Like her the video was literally called The Second Puberty, and it's how people who are like of a certain age, like 29 or 28, and like nearing 30 or like over 30, and they get like random joint pains, or like they get like their voice is suddenly gone, they're like random back pain,
Yeah.
like all of a sudden their body can't do the same physical amount of work anymore as it used to, like that kind of thing, you know. It's a really fun video. Go give it a watch. I think it's still up on her channel.
Yeah.
But what I what I experienced today when I was like out and about and stuff, and I was like, I grabbed like a quick snack on the way to do all of my errands before I had my like day classes. My burps make sound now.
All right.
And I don't know if this is an age thing or if this is just like a me thing, but my burps were never. I could never burp like a person. Like you know how people like go and it's like really, yeah, exactly like that, and it's like really loud. It never used to do that. I still can't burp on command, but my regular burps that I do, they actually gained sound, and now it's because before I could burp soundlessly and it would be like unnoticed in public, and today I was like standing in the line at FedEx, and I was like and then I burped and I was like, uh-oh, that was loud. And I was like, and I like looked around, so like thankfully people didn't really care.
Yeah.
And like I still did like a very like polite motion of like I'm sorry and like that kind of stuff, but it was just like a very sudden awakening of like, oh, I can't burp in public now. Like
I feel that when I was younger, I definitely like I could like dampen the burp, right? You could make it quieter, but now I feel like I'm just like it's harder.
Just let it rip.
Yeah. I think the other part of it comes with just not giving a fuck anymore.
Yeah, true, actually, as well. That is also true. So yeah, that is understandable. But yeah, for me currently, it is quite a new experience that is gonna get some getting used to.
Yeah.
Also, another reason why I look down is because I now have a watch, an Apple Watch. And I have an iPhone. Like, if you remember, we had a whole episode dedicated to me. Yeah, there was a whole episode dedicated entirely to me wanting to get an iPhone, and I finally got it, and I love it, and I enjoy it a lot. And I've been tweeting a lot. I've been Snapchatting Rahlyx more often. I've been talking to my friends who have iMessage, because iMessage is honestly really great, and I don't understand. Well, I mean, I do understand why it's not on Android, but like, I don't understand why Apple wouldn't extend that courtesy to have an app that people could like download or buy or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's just neat. I just love it. And I love my Apple Watch. I'm not talking to you.
You know what I don't get?
Activate it for some reason.
You know what? So Apple has the Twitch keyboard, right? Where you can put emotes as stickers. It's not even like they're like emojis or anything. Why doesn't Google have this in their stupid messenger?
I understand what you're saying, and I can tell you why it doesn't have the same functionality, for the reason that it's not actually, it is a sticker. So you can actually drag a sticker, the Twitch sticker, and like plop it on top of somebody else's message.
Mm-hmm.
And it would just stick there on the message. You've never seen that? I didn't show you.
Oh, no,
you
did send me. You did send me. Yeah, I haven't seen it on my iPad, but you did send me a picture.
You can send them as like separate things. You can send them as an emoji, or like as just a sticker, or you can drag it from the menu where you have it, and then you plop it on somebody else's message, and it just stays there. It's really fun. I love it. It's like a new way to react to somebody's messages. And also, it was also, I think, this functionality was the result of, there was a trend on TikTok where people used to text their parents, like, can I get a dog, or like, can I get a cat, or can we go on vacation this summer? And then their parents would say no. They would send them the message saying like no, but they would plop a sticker on top of their message that says yes. And they would be like, oh my god, thank you, okay, can we go get it now? And they would be like, no, I said no. And they would plop yes stickers again on their messages, and it would just say yes, I said yes instead. So it was like it's really funny, and it has a lot of like fun potential functionality. Stop sending me messages. I get tapped on the wrist every time you do that. We're in the middle of something here.
Prove it. I didn't do nothing.
ADHD and
I definitely didn't call you bitch, then cover it with that emote from Kitty Cosmos, the Mr. Bubs but deep fried.
Amazing. Great. Now we are gonna have that in our messages.
Yeah, I got you. I got that on camera.
You mean you got the evidence of you doing something on camera?
Mm-hmm.
That's literally just happened. Anyway, what I was gonna say also about the watch is that right now my watch, if you can see, it's on. I literally put what's it called? I literally took a thingy that you make holes in
Belts?
paper with.
Oh, a hole
Like
punch?
A hole punch.
Mm-hmm.
No, not necessarily like a hole punch like a stapler, but like there's I have it still. It's this.
Oh,
It
that's
looks
for
like-
belts, bud.
No,
That's-
it's not. It's not necessarily for belts. What I used it for, and we had a photography class,
Mhm.
and we would make holes in paper with this, and we would stitch like photo books together.
Oh.
So,
I was gonna say
Yeah,
you could
that would-
stab your subject when they're being a pain in the ass.
yeah, exactly.
And be like, "You're not making the
Don't
face I want.
don't
You're
do
not
that."
posing how I want you to." And they're like, "Fuck you!" And you're like, "Bam!"
You just like straight in under the rib into the
Straight
heart, and they're dead.
stab them,
They're
square,
just dead.
square into titty.
But anyway, I did that to my watch. By the way, this is like you can see like a mark on my arm. This is a really unfortunate scar that I got when I once went to on a vacation in Egypt. But for the people who are listening, not watching, I was holding up my arm to the camera and
Oh yeah.
one of my watches, and there's like a little scar here.
Mhm.
Which every time that people see, it's like it's very uncomfortable because, well, you know what that could imply. But for me, this literally was I fell over on a like there in Egypt in their like beach area in the city where we went to. It's
Mhm.
like the sea goes like a coral reef, which is literally like knee deep
Mhm.
in the sea, and then it just falls off into the ocean at the
Oh.
end. So what we used to do, we would stand at the end of the coral reef.
Yeah.
Reef.
Yeah.
We would stand at the end of the coral reef, and we would catch waves that would be created because of the reef.
Mhm.
And one of those knocked me over, and I cut my hand open on the corals.
Ow. Yeah. I mean, I believe
Yeah.
it. Corals are not pleasant.
Yeah.
So.
I got out of the water, and I have a scar on my other hand right here.
Mhm.
Because I landed like this, and my left hand slid, so it slid like
Yeah.
my hand right here, and the other one I literally like there was a coral that was like this shaped and went right straight into my hand.
Ow.
Yeah,
Ow.
and so this one wasn't like it didn't look that bad when I actually like cut myself because it was just like a surface cut on the skin, but then it healed really ugly. So now I just permanently have like a slash on my wrist, basically.
Weird.
And this one is just like it was bleeding a lot, so they had to like give me stitches.
That sucks.
Yeah,
Hey, it's not
But,
pleasant.
it's gross, but yeah, that's something that I have to explain to people because sometimes the people just assume things, which you shouldn't.
Yeah.
By the way,
Don't
which
assume
is
shit.
because it's not only it's rude, it's also just like plain wrong because sometimes you don't know where that scar came from.
Yeah.
Like in my case.
Exactly.
But yeah, in any case, what I was saying is on the Apple Watch I made a hole,
Mhm.
and now it's just like but it didn't come out like as a perfect round hole.
Yeah.
So it just like it's like a crack in the middle of the watch band.
Fair
And the only reason I did that is because it was too tight on my wrist. Even the maximum size of the band for the watch that I ordered, which is a stretchy solo loop thing,
Mhm.
was still too tight on my wrist.
Dude,
So I had to use my
yeah.
old one.
I
And I got
have
me-
never really been able to find a good watch band that fits me right, you know?
You got thick wrists.
Yeah. I mean, like,
Thick.
so my problem is I can fit in the loops here, but the problem is I'm right between the 3 and the 4.
Mm-hmm.
So if I put it
So
on
if
4,
you move with one, it's too loose, and one it's too tight.
yeah, exactly. And like the 4 is okay, but the thing is like it's good in the morning, but you know, you start moving and the blood kind of flows and your arms go to a normal.
Sweat.
Yeah. They sweat and your arms kind of like your whole body kind of like swells and unswells as the day goes, right? And so there'll be times where I'll just be going through my day and all of a sudden I'll be like, wow, I can't really feel my hand. And then I'll look and it's like, oh yeah, my watch is cutting off my blood circulation to my hand. Tight. Love it. So
Yeah.
fun stuff.
I wear my watch to bed, so I also really don't like the sensation of pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Like, one thing that trigger warning, talking about needles. So whenever I like go and draw blood,
Mm-hmm.
the one thing that I always tell the nurses, and they don't believe me, is that I don't mind the actual feeling of me being pricked by a needle,
Mm-hmm.
or like getting the blood drawn. My actual worst feeling I could feel is the pressure of the thing around your
Oh, the
arm that
tourniquet?
they put.
Yeah.
Yeah, the tourniquet, or when they take your blood pressure. I hate it. I can't stand the feeling of pressure around my arm. I don't know why. It's worse to me than anything else. It's worse to me than physical pain.
That's valid.
So I don't understand why. That's the reason why I wear my watches really loose, because I don't like the pressure on my arm
Yeah.
a lot. I hate it. So because I also wear my watch to bed, that's why I have to have it a little bit looser than most people would.
Yeah. I mean, that's fair. Because you don't want it to be... Yeah.
And also my hands also sweat like a motherfucker, so I have to kind of like take my watch off regularly and like wash my hands and then put them back on. It's just like I don't have patience for this.
Yeah. That's fair.
So yeah. But I'm actually getting like the watch band that I ordered is actually the same as yours.
Oh yeah, this is like the knockoff Nike Go watch or whatever.
I think the one that I got is also like a knockoff Nike sports band.
Yeah.
Like Apple sells their own authentic quote unquote version.
Yeah, fuck that.
I got one off Amazon.
You're just gonna say Amazon's like quarter of the price and usually the same or better quality. So
yeah, because why would I pay more?
Yeah, exactly. Why pay more? Staples. That's Staples.
Why pay more? Say I with an Apple Watch and an Apple phone. And an iPad. Well, I mean, iPad actually is the best value or like price for value on the market of tablets right now.
Oh yeah,
because
absolutely.
Android tablets are just not there.
No.
But for the phone and the watch actually as well too. Watch is actually pretty good.
Yeah.
And even Colonel, the avid defender of Android, likes his Apple Watch a lot better than his Android watch.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely I love the Apple Watch. I love the aesthetic of it. Just I'm not gonna buy an Apple product until we get USB-C on the phones. We have USB-C on the iPad Pro, and I love my iPad Pro.
Yeah,
so
iPad Pro is great.
Also, peep this beautiful pastel blue.
Amazing.
It's so nice.
I love that.
D-brand, baby. Oh god.
D-brand skins. D-brand sponsor us.
Oh, D-brand? Where are you at? The white balance. Look how fucked the white balance will get. Hold on. Look how fucked the white balance is about to get. You ready for this?
Mm-hmm. Oh my god. If you're watching the podcast on YouTube, Rahlyx just held up his iPad, which is blue.
It's bright
to
blue.
His camera, and it's bright blue, and he held it up to his camera, and when he took it away, he literally looked like Trump. He was orange.
Listen, this is the worst podcast we've ever had.
Oh my god.
All right. I refuse to concede that you are a better podcast host than me. I refuse. Let me tell you, I've got Rudy. He's on it. All right. I'll sue you. It was a tuck. It was not a reach.
The hands.
It is.
The hands.
Let me.
I love the hands.
I am a human Cheeto. All right.
We got the best jobs.
We have the best billions and billions and billions of fraud.
We paid billions of dollars in taxes.
I prepaid my taxes in the billions. I prepaid billions in taxes.
Yeah, I love that now that the elections are almost over, we can actually make fun of him with
God, fuck Trump.
Yeah, fuck him.
And if that offends you, then unsubscribe. Because I'm not putting up with your fucking bullshit. Yeah. Fuck Trump. Oh my god. Oh, last night, Fleck, true OG. Fleck came in to chat and he was like, "Hey, Dink fam, you guys like podcasts? Rahlyx and Scarfee have a podcast."
Oh my god.
Did he? Yeah. I was like, fuck yeah, thank you, Fleck. because I feel super awkward doing that shit. So thank you.
That is really cool. Yeah, I also feel really awkward promoting anything that I do in general because
I like it.
Because of how I am on the internet with like how close I am to some people, like not to like brag or anything, but like, because I just am. Look because I've been here for a while, and I do a lot of stuff on the internet in general. Like I'm really afraid of talking about the stuff that I do in general on anyone's platforms or anything like anywhere, because I feel like I feel guilty as if I'm using them for like my own personal profit, which I really am trying to avoid at all times at any cost, because I hate it.
Absolutely.
I hate the idea of it. I hate the fact that some people do it, even in the communities that we are part of sometimes.
Yeah. I can think of like 4 different Twitter accounts that do it.
4 different Twitter accounts.
I'll drop the ads if we get to.
Most of them are thankfully in the past.
If we hit 2,000 subscribers, I'll drop the ads.
Oh my God! Please don't do that.
We're not gonna hit 2,000 subscribers on this video.
Imagine like we wake up tomorrow and the podcast has like 10,000.
Imagine.
Oh my God, no. But I just like, it's my personal like mindset. Partially because, well, this mindset is also ingrained in me to a fault, because I am a people pleaser, because partially of my upbringing and partially of my mental illness. But I am like I'm a very like a people pleasing oriented person, and I am really afraid of coming across as a selfish person at all times.
Super
and
valid.
that's
Same.
the reason. That's the root of my anxiety most of the time. So yeah, that's the reason why I hate promoting any kind of stuff, even though this is like our joint channel and it's like to our mutual benefit. Yeah. When it's like not just for me but also for you, I still can't do it because it's still like I don't want to use other people. Yeah,
I mean, absolutely. I mean, literally, even when we had the episode that had Kate in it, I felt super uncomfortable like being in voice and saying, "Hey, your episode is live right now." I didn't want to be like, "Hey, let me hijack this stream here." I just didn't. I feel so uncomfortable. So
yeah, it's just.
Also, our boy Crispy hit partner. Proud of him.
Oh yeah, true.
Proud of Crispy.
That was yesterday. Right?
Yeah.
The day, 2 days before this episode goes live.
He hit partner on the 18th.
Wednesday.
It is the 19th currently, and this episode will be live on the 20th. In case you don't know your calendar days, because we didn't do that. We didn't touch on that today. It's Thursday.
Yeah, we didn't, because we both know what day it is today.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
We didn't waste time.
Probably about that time for Inspirabot, though, eh?
Yeah, I think this is our cue to get inspired.
Yeah. So
you know what I mean.
I've got a good one. All right. It is a beautiful handmade dock. Right. It's a dock, and there are 3 men, and they're in Speedos, and one is swan diving off of the dock.
What?
Yes.
Oh. Okay.
And the caption in nice cursive says, "If we just ignore them, we can make boyfriends confused."
I mean, true.
Yeah,
some people actually do that sometimes.
Yeah, exactly.
So this is very true and very inspiring.
Very inspiring.
I just got an Inspirabot quote that I would expect to come from you.
Ooh,
honestly, usually
is it eat my ass
that's
ghost?
some shit that you would say. So it's a picture of like a black background, and then there's a smaller camera on the left looking a little bit up, and then there's a bigger camera on the right looking down, and the text is in the middle, and the text says, "Kick ass and chew bubblegum and lick bus poles if you really, really want to."
Bus poles? What the hell? I love that.
Like, if you really, really want to.
That's up to you. But definitely kick ass, definitely chew bubblegum.
Yeah.
And on that note,
I'm here to kick bubblegum and chew ass.
And I'm all out of ass. I'm gonna kick your
On that
bubblegum.
note,
All right, later, guys. Thank you so much for coming through, hanging out.
bye-bye. See you next week.
Bye.